Well, since last time we talked, someone pulled a gun on you during a live interview. During a live broadcast?
Live stream where
live stream, yeah.
Play the fans' music for money or whatever, yeah.
So this bozo came in and literally pulled out a gun.
A fake gun, but it seemed real.
It
at
was
the
a
time.
fake gun. Everyone thought it was a publicity stunt. When I first saw it, I said, that's not a publicity stunt. That this is something fucked up that just happened.
You knew. Okay, that's good.
It was obvious to me. But, so he pulled out a fake gun and put it to your head. And then what happened?
So basically, like, one of my employees went out to get the delivery for everybody. We still did interviews in the back of the store at this time. Now we got a new space. But as he's coming in, the door is unlocked for a couple seconds. And this employee has a gun on him. So somehow in this couple seconds where the door is unlocked, this dude was apparently just lurking in the back of the store, hiding behind one of the cars or whatever. And he slips through the door and, you know, puts the gun in my face. And I think he said, give me all your motherfucking money. And then he said, like, do you want to die? Some shit like that. And like, almost within seconds of me like sort of processing this and like realizing, you know, and you're doing this weird dance where you're trying to bat the gun out of your face, like as if that's going to change anything if you choose to fire it. And then right behind him, I see my guy with a gun out at this guy's head. So, I mean, this is like the emotions that I'm going through is like, holy fuck, I'm going to die. But maybe this is a joke. Maybe this is my friend. Maybe somebody's doing a prank on me. Because in that moment, and like why people said that or people were freaked out that I said like, hee, I laughed. It's like, I really didn't know if it was a joke or not. It seemed kind of more likely that it would be a prank or it would be somebody fucking around than that it would be real. And then the next thing I think after that too is like, holy fuck, this dude's gonna get killed right in front of me because there's a gun to this guy's head or whatever. And then within seconds he's on the ground and they just beat the shit out of him and knocked him out. And I mean, I still just don't have any like answers for it. I mean, we figured out his Instagram and we figured out that he had DM'd me like a dozen times or whatever and I'd never seen it or responded. So maybe that was part of it. I was actually in court recently and I seen him and his dad together and everything.
Okay, so he gets arrested.
Right, so we call the cops because, you know, what are we gonna do? We got this like passed out body on the ground in our fucking bike shop. And then the cops are like, wait, but so you subdued him so we don't have to come? We're like, no, yeah, you still have to come. Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna drag this body into the alley and we're gonna take this gun and we're gonna put it in the shelf? Like, of course you have to come. Like, the fact that they were really not trying to come was like mind blowing. I'm like, I told you a guy just ran in and tried to attack me with a weapon. Like, what are you fucking talking about? But then they did show up. And
was he still unconscious when they showed up?
He was sort of like squirming around and like, cause he tried to get up at one point and he tried to like leave.
Right.
So the other guy who worked for me again, like, you know, smacks him and throws him on the ground, kicks him in the head again, and boom, he's passed out again. And then the cops finally come and they arrested him. They took some notes and shit, took statements from us. But I mean, even through that, I didn't really figure out anything about why he would have wanted to do that. And then I went to court with him the other day.
Okay, so did you press charges?
Press charges? I didn't have to press charges because it's just like a criminal complaint against him for, I don't know exactly what the charge was.
Aggravated harassment, maybe.
Something like that.
Okay. So he gets charged by the city.
Right.
And you show up to court?
Yeah, they called me.
As a witness?
Yeah, like they called me and they said, you know, you got to be at this court at like, you know, 7 in the morning. It's like, I had to get up at like 5:30 in the morning. Like I normally get up at 9 or 8:30. I feel like that's early. I'm getting up so fucking early, driving the worst traffic. I didn't even know traffic was that bad. I get there, you know, I'm like just sitting there like looking at my phone for like an hour and a half. And one of my other employees was with me who was there. They called for him to come as well. And he just like pokes me at one point. He's like, look, and it's right in front of me is the fucking kid sitting there with his dad right in front of me. And they ended up like calling him, and I didn't even like fully grasp the conversation that was happening, but basically they were like, oh, this is getting postponed and you don't have to come in for his next trial date. And I'm like, you made me come all the way here and now you're telling me that you don't even need me and you don't need me the next time that you're gonna fucking talk to him in court or whatever. So I have no idea what's gonna happen now. And yeah, I mean, it's very easy to lose faith in the justice system quickly.
Okay. If he ends up doing like 5 years, would you feel some type of way about it, or did he get what he deserves?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely, I don't think he'd get in 5 years, but if he did, yeah, for sure he deserves that. Like, I even thought about, like, oh, I don't want to be the reason why somebody goes to jail or whatever. I was having a conversation with Logan Paul, dude. He had a fucking stalker who came to his house like 8 times, and he ended up not pressing charges on the guy, at least like the first or second time they got caught or whatever. The guy just kept doing it. Now the guy's doing a long-ass bit in jail, but like, when you're dealing with these crazy-ass fans, it's like, they are a real security threat, and I think that you got to go hard on them.
Yeah, no, I remember after this whole bullshit, the fake ARAB article, I started getting death threats in my DM. Like some
Really?
guy said, "Oh, when you're in New York, you're dead." And I'm in New York reading this. Like, and what's funny is that I go to his Instagram page, and he's standing next to his car with the license plate showing. Goes, "Yeah, this is my car. You can't have a ride." Or something. Like, this is the type of bozo that's doing death threats these days.
Wow.
Someone who has their face. He had like 10,000 followers. He's got his face. He's got his driver's license. And I was like, do I just go to the police and turn this in?
But they're not going to do shit.
Just in
right?
case this guy is actually serious? Or do I think that it's not serious? And I just said, forget it. This doesn't seem serious to me because it's not like repeated. He's not trying to show up to my house. He's not doing this. He's just sending an angry DM based on a fake article.
Right.
Do I want to send this guy to jail over that because he got emotional and decided to DM me something like that? Or maybe he wants me to press charges so he can become Instagram famous, off of, oh, Vlad snitched on me.
Right.
So I just left it alone.
I feel like the cops ain't going to do shit about it. But I feel like maybe if you lived in Kansas, they might consider.
You never know. I mean, depends on what this guy's past record is.
If they already wanted
if he has a
him,
history,
yeah.
If he has a history of this type of bullshit or other whatever, they might be like, all right, well, if you're pressing charges, because it's called aggravated harassment.
Right.
Threatening to kill somebody is called, through an electronic means, is called aggravated harassment. And the cops could actually subpoena Instagram, get his personal information. Like, people who send you death threats, you actually can press charges if you want. But it also depends on the state.
Right.
Like, I remember this one cop explained to me, like, in California, it doesn't quite work that way because a threat is only viable if that person actually has the opportunity to follow through with that.
Yeah.
Like, if I have a gun on me and I tell you I'm going to kill you and I'm sitting here with a gun on me, then that could be a serious threat.
Right.
But if I'm in, the Bay Area and I DM that I'm going to kill you, well, I have no way of doing that. So therefore, it's not a real threat. It is what it is. It's going to take, like, I remember hearing about how the OJ case changed the way California deals with domestic violence calls. Because in his particular case, they were called, him and, his ex-wife, Nicole Simpson, she had called about domestic violence a whole bunch of times. Police would show up, they see it's OJ, they wouldn't arrest anyone, they would leave, and then she ends up dead. And then after that, when the police show up about a domestic violence situation, someone's getting arrested.
Right. Makes sense.
So, maybe, one of these, like, DM death threats ends up getting followed through, and then after that, you're going to see a whole bunch of people go to prison over that shit.
Yeah, shit, maybe. For us, I feel like I just got to, anytime I'm working, we got to have people on deck to protect whatever is going to happen. And I don't work out of the store anymore either. So it's like if I pull up to the store, like, because we moved out, like, it's just so much easier to do interviews when you don't have to think about, Lil Yachty popping in the front of the store and he wants to talk to you and the employee, it's like all these, and that's best case scenario. That's like a good thing. You know, like the people showing up who have problems or whatever, that's rough. But I mean, even the stuff with people showing up who just want to hang out, just want to show love, just want to talk. It's like when I'm in back doing an 1.5 hour long interview and I do not want to be disturbed at all, it's just, I got a lot of attention, I guess, and a lot of good things came from doing podcasts out of the store, but, I'm over it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have an office in New York, I have a studio here, but I'm not at either place on a regular basis. You have to really be camped out for like a week to catch me. If you're that serious, you deserve it.
Yeah, for sure.